Tower of God episode 8 and 9 are all about this tag team it test. In episode 8, Quank is going up against Team A, which is Khan's team. Quank is the administrator who he's going to go all out even if his opponent is weak. Quank goes to a bridge and finds Khan there instead of Anak, who's it. Anak jumped off the bridge and is in the bottom, which Quank forces Khan to jump off with him so Anak will appear. Turns out, Khan knew how Quank would act and Khan's team wins. Not really. Quank was somehow able to climb back up to the tower and Khan's team lost. Which, plot twist, Khan helped Quank defeat his team. Khan did everything on his team and in this test in this episode, so he personally would pass, and so would his friends on his real team. Bond's team during this was watching Khan's team go and trying to figure out possibly how they could win against Quank because they're going second. And that was another one of Khan's goal. Not only was he going to pass in his friends, but his goal was to give Team B, which is Bond's team, hints on how to actually pass the test. So he lost on purpose. Bond's team is getting ready for Quank to come into the arena so they can play it for tag, but all of a sudden, Endore just kicks someone to the ground, which how many people during this test are just going to go off on their own agenda and make people on their team lose? We've now hit episode 9, and Endorse says she kicked the guy because she had a tough childhood, and Endorse is going after B's team fishermen, and she wants to take them all out. Bon is a fisherman, so Endore is going after Bon as well. Quank is also attacking Bon's team to win the round because that's why he's there, while Endorse is also attacking her own team. And then we find out that Ho is also going on his own, and just basically Bon's team, every single player is not helping either defeat Quank and they're just running away and giving up on the test, or there's someone on the team trying to beat up their other team members. It is such a mess that the director of the test knows things are getting out of control, but once the tests start, they can't stop it, so they're forced to watch this mess unfold. Team B is not doing well, and Dorsey tells Bond hurting people is how you get strong/advance. She doesn't say those exact words, but it's basically what she said. I mean, Bond's team at this point is just falling apart. I feel like only 2 people on Team B are taking this test seriously. If anyone on Team B passes this test, there's definitely some bribery going on. No one on Bond's team should pass, and the whole team is such a mess and not a real team player to each other. Because Quank is there attacking Bond's team because that's what this whole entire test is about, and Dorsey is also attacking her team because she just wants to. I mentioned earlier, Ho is also attacking his team, but he went after Rachel. He kidnaps Rachel and says that if Bond wants to save Rachel, he has to fight Quank and win. I mean, Bond fights Quank individually, one-on-one. Of course it doesn't work because Quank is an administrator, he's super powerful. Bond is just there trying to learn his powers. When he loses, Ho stabs Rachel, but on the bright side, Bond finally knows Rachel is Rachel, so there's no more lying anymore. Ho tells Bond he always hated him and wanted him gone. That's why he stabbed Rachel. Ho ends up killing himself. So towards the end of the episode, it's not really said in words, but I think it's hinted that Endorse might have planned all this. She might have known, obviously, that Quank was going after her team, because that's why they're all there, but she might have set up, too, Ho in his, adventure on attacking Rachel and kind of taking Ban out of the test as well. Now, Endorse and the test administrator fight over who will be tagged because they're both it. Ban helps Endorse in her fight to win against Quank, and they end up winning. Team B wins, which of course is a surprise to Team A, who I guess were supposed to be the better team because they lost, and you have a weak Team B winning, but at the same time B team was basically attacking themselves and they somehow won in this mess. I mean, I'm sure next episode will probably maybe have the test administrator or test director give a lecture to everyone in this series on how, even though the tower you go up, I guess, individually, you still can't attack your team because that might affect your test scores. Because we will find out the test scores next episode on who passes and who doesn't. So who's able to climb the tower, who can't. I'm sure also next episode we'll see the aftermath of someone killing themselves, so someone being dead and no longer a part of the class, of a group anymore, and just how Rachel is recovering because she's alive, but she got stabbed pretty badly, so she's gonna have to recover for a while for that. I'm guessing next episode is probably just gonna be maybe relaxed because the past 2 episodes have been really serious, especially this episode 9. It was such a mess on Bond's team, just everyone trying to beat each other up. So I'm hoping episode 10 is more relaxed and we get to learn more about the characters individually, so this way we can understand maybe their actions during this test. I would love to hear your thoughts on this series. Make sure to subscribe and like.